Okay, Coach, thanks. Temps a little hot today at Lincoln Financial Field, but keep in mind it is technically still summer as we get you ready for some football in Philly. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set. 53, check 53. I got him. Jim. Under 10. Get it.
On 1st and 10, Jones buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On the ready.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Finds his tight end, Ingram. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down.
Check. Bang. Deuce. Shut down.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Jones keeping it on the sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, box truck.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Check. 6-6. Pull it high. Ready.
Jones now to throw again. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 17 yards and a giant 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 39.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll try to run forward Barkley. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Hey, other side, solid, solid.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 33 and a first.
Now, the good thing for you, partner, is you're not as old as I am, okay?
That's true.
So back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, the right side of an offensive line was almost always your power side. Your bigger, stronger, physical guys. But on this play, they tossed it right and looked like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, but that's not the case so much anymore, you're saying, with the bigger guys?
Not necessarily.
You find the best guys, plug them in on your O-line.
Right. As a general rule now, you're a lot more balanced on your offensive line. They might still lean towards your best pass blocker on the left side,
sure,
but not necessarily all the time.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Giants' 17-yard line.
There we go, Pac-Man. 120!
You don't know no better. Check, check.
Kill.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
57 to Mike.
Hey, Orbit.
57, Mike, 57. Let's go.
Sunday.
Man up, D. Man up, D. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Hey.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Ricky.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put them in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, Zoo.
Whip. Watch the whip. Rush in.
Right. Let's go.
Now Jones operating from the gun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike.
Hey.
Situation. Let's go. Check. 53, Mike. Check.
Five.
Watch the run. Let's go.
Get it.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people.
Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 16-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
All day, dog. Check three.
He's out.
Now it's Barkley. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Break.
53. Mike.
We own it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So on now is the punter, Matt Bosher, to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 23. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Wentz. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he comes back with one complete. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's bring it, let's bring it.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this 1st half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go. Ready?
Pick it up, guys, pick it up.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here we go, Pac-Man.
Wentz now to throw. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
17 yards and a Giant 1st down.
First down, New York.
Down. 18 Gator.
Number 53, Mike 53. Army.
Now.
Get it. 53 for Mike.
Hey. High 7. Ready.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he powers his way up past the 30. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, watch the slant.
Hey, Charlie.
57, Mike 57. Hey, here we go. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Here we go.
Throwing, Jones. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The intended target, Saquon Barkley.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out.
Hey, Sam off.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mikel Roby-Coleman, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here we go. 180.
57's the Mike. I got you, boy. 57's Mike. Mike 57. I got it. Check.
Sunday.
Hey, check Mike 57.
On first down, it's Sanders. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Go. 120.
Wentz. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
He wasn't ready.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Deep ball for Goodwin. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better.
Get ready.
20-yard line.
Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Hey, Wahoo!
Third and 15.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. And that will be incomplete.
you hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is brought in at the 21. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180! Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's going to be a long...
Here's Wentz to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something to save it.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Jones. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jones now. A final shot before break. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half, Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
You don't want none. Ready?
They run the counter. Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Jones operating from the gun. And Ingram hauls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This will be caught at about the 5. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Slam, slam, slam.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
At the Eagles' 1-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 1.
You must be dreaming.
Jones will sneak it, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Daniel Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
38-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check the backer, check the backer. Slam.
Now Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Sunday.
To throw, it's Wentz. He's going to sling this deep down. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Barkley. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Let's go.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, New York.
Ready. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Switch up, switch up.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jones operating from the gun. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On the run, it's Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Operating from the gun, Jones. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Set. Lobo. 57's the mic. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Shoot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
It's just me and you. Switch it. Come on, switch it. No. Off. Watch the shot. Get it.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Let's get the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Double dog.
Wentz going to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Here we go, back. 280!
Man, that's trash. He's checking. Crash.
Great 15!
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Another run here with Sanders. He's got the first down here inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Go. 180!
Watch my board. Here we go. Watch twist.
Great. General West.
On first down, it's Sanders. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Wentz. Eluding, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Give me that ball, defense! Give me that ball! Give me that ball, defense! What's up?
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
The tackle made by Dexter Lawrence. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Turn up. Kill, turn up.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
What's the odds? Out. Kill.
Hey, stand.
Kill. Hatchet.
They'll go again with Sanders. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
3rd and 6.
Go.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Don't get nervous.
Throwing now is Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Brought down by Nate Gehry. They'll run it again with Barkley.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
From the gun, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Another try after the first down sack. Jones under pressure again, and down he goes again. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Philadelphia, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.